Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And this video is shocking. If you have a child at school, you need to visit that school. You need to question the head teacher of that school. You need to be sure, 100% sure, what your child is being taught and who's telling them the things they're being told. What we're going to look at here amounts to, I think, massive abuse of children beyond even what I've reported before. I think any teacher that does this certainly needs to be arrested, questioned, charged, imprisoned, put on a register for the remainder of their lives, and never be allowed anywhere near children again. This will shock anyone who's got a child or a grandchild. This will shock anyone who's in any way decent. That this is going on is appalling, and that this is going on in UK schools is astounding. If you can, please educate your children at home, because it's the only way you are going to keep them away from the groomers and peas that call themselves teachers. We're going to go into this now. It is utterly disgusting. These people are below any kind of standard for being a member of the human race. They are degenerate, they are filth, and they need to not be teachers anymore. So go and check your child's school and find out if this is going on there. I have warned you, what you're about to hear and see is utterly depraved. Here goes. Now this headline will speak for itself. Some of the words I just cannot say on YouTube. But you can look at it. 12-year-olds are being taught about AS in school, while 9-year-olds are told to M for homework. Your homework today is to go home and yourself. The shocking lesson plans used by teachers in UK classrooms. What are these teachers doing that and talking like that to 9-year-olds? Do these teachers go home and imagine those 9-year-olds doing it and then getting themselves off on it? Because it seems that is what this is. Schools across Britain are teaching kids to touch themselves and to have bottom pleasure. I've got to be careful with the words. Teachers are also indoctrinating children with false claims about biological sex. Teachers now in this country can be looked at quite clearly and addressed as peas and groomers. Every single one. Because they're either doing this or they're keeping their mouths shut and allowing others to do it. No one is whistleblowing, and therefore they're all complicit. So every teacher can now be looked at and can be seen in this country, can be seen as either a groomer or a pea. Every single teacher. If you're a teacher and you're watching this and you know people that are teaching this filth to 9-year-olds and you're doing nothing, you're complicit in the grooming of children. There is no other way of looking at this. School children are being taught about AS and orgasms before they reached puberty, and set M, self-pleasuring, as homework. Secretive lesson plans reveal. Of course they're secret. They don't want this shit coming out because they know that the parents will be up that school burning the thing to the ground. Many teachers are indoctrinating children with scientifically false claims about biological sex, and presented gender as fluid, and furthering a narrative that people can be born in the wrong body. No one ever in the entire history of creation has ever been born in the wrong body. They may have mental issues, but that is an entirely different thing. They're indoctrinating children, I bet, against the parents' wishes, and it's no wonder they're not telling the parents what they're doing. And when an adult talks to a child about things like this, outside of that person being the parent or guardian, that is grooming. That's what teachers are now. They're groomers. Every single teacher, because none of them are standing up and making an issue of this, and therefore they're all complicit. This comes as the NHS is facing a mass legal action from over 1,000 families who claim their children were rushed into taking life-changing puberty blockers by the Tavistock Centre. This will cost the NHS billions, billions with a B, billions, because of people like this, and these teachers are to blame. And I'm doing a story later today which will blow your mind on what happened to a child that was pushed down by teachers like this, by the whole social media things like this, by screwing with children's minds at this formative years. They think they can indoctrinate children and it will have no effect. These teachers, every single one. And you think it's bad so far. Just hang around for another couple of minutes, because what you've heard in this video so far is astoundingly bad. It's not even touching the surface. The Mail Online has found graphic teaching material, including an S manual for pre-teens, being taught to children in classes around the UK. When you have adults grooming children in a school like this, it's bad. But it's not as bad as what you're about to hear. It follows a concerned mother being denied the right to see the contents of lessons being taught to her 15-year-old daughter. This is in a relationship and sex education class. And this became compulsory 3 years ago. And despite a judge refusing Claire Page the right to see the material, so this has gone all the way to a court action, and a judge says, no, you as the parent are not entitled to see what a stranger is saying to your child. So this shows how complicit the grooming of children is in this country, when even the justice system says it is acceptable for a non-family member to talk to your child on a subject like this without your knowledge, without your consent, and without you having any input into the cause or the talk or the content of that conversation. Are we in cloud cuckoo land? Are we in some kind of perverse world where the grooming of children is being normalised? And where the courts are actually standing up on the side of the groomers? You think it's bad? It's going to get a lot worse. I cannot tell you how bad this is going to get, because this is nothing compared to what's coming. Colouring books, word searches. Let me push that down because I don't want you to see. You'll come there. Colouring books, word searches and cartoon drawings have also been given to young girls and boys by activist teachers in their overarching mission to sexualise children in the name of inclusion, in the name of perversion. In the name of perversion. Since September 2020, relationship education has been compulsory in primary schools and RSE mandatory in secondary schools. The change left many teaching staff seeking guidance. Yeah, presumably the ones that were seeking guidance were the ones that are not perverts, they're not degenerate, child abusing groomers. But it means that there are a lot of them that are. And boy, we're going to go in here now. This, what I'm about to do, will astound even people who have seen my channel before and known some of the things that I've done and said on here. This astounds even me. I'm getting angry and upset at the same time. It is amazing. So hold with me. If I break up for the moment, I cannot believe what I'm about to read to you. The void was filled by charities, some harbouring unconventional views on biological sex and sharing materials on their websites that reference underage sex. The Mail Online can reveal the following: that taught that from birth until the age of 1, babies can experience pleasurable sensations by touching their genitals. They're giving ways for 12-year-old girls to orgasm while doing self-pleasuring, including pinching and stroking the sea. They're given homework that involves self-pleasuring from pre-compulsory RSE resources. They're telling girls as young as 12 that they can find pleasure from anal, vaginal and oral. They're taught that it's normal to want to self-pleasure during and even before they hit puberty. They're informed that it's normal for prepubescent children to be attracted sexually to anyone. They're told that gender is different from sex, but it's much more intrinsic part of who a person is. They're taught that people can change their sex from being a man to a woman. Quite clearly, that is impossible. They're also taught that some non-binary humans are neither men nor women. Also, that's completely impossible. And they're taught that men with male Y chromosomes can actually be women. That's completely impossible. I'm going to come up. I can't continue. I had to go away. I had to walk away for a good 5-10 minutes there after finishing that last segment, because I had to calm down. I was upset. I was angry. I suspect many people watching this video will be upset and angry. And if you're a parent, know this. This is the degenerate filth your children are being taught in their school. And know that the courts will ban you from finding this out. I can feel myself getting angry again. I'm sorry. Would you talk to a child about these things that wasn't your own child? Because if you did that in the street, you'd be arrested. You'd be charged. You'd be on a register. Why are these teachers still not arrested, jailed, and on a register for the rest of their lives? They're teaching scientific inaccuracies. That's bad enough. But you've just heard some of the things that I've said that they're teaching children. Young children. We're talking not children in high school. We're talking very young children. They're grooming children because they want them pliant so that adults can do it and that the children don't think it's anything wrong. They're normalising pee. And you know who's standing by and letting this happen? The judiciary of this country, and therefore the government of this country. In fact, the whole establishment, all branches of the establishment are pushing this. I think we need a change. I think we need a change not just of government, I think we need a change of entire system. Because we cannot allow this to go on. We need to burn these schools down effectively. We need to build them up again from the start and not employ peas and groomers as teachers. Next time you're in the street and you hear someone, you see someone and there's a teacher, look at them in a new light. Look at them as being predators. Why do they go into teaching? Why do they want to be so close to children? And then when you see what they're teaching, now you know. I'm going to stop now. Thank you very much for listening. It's horrendous. Please do hit the likes button. Please do hit the subscribe button. It really helps us get the message out. And we need to protect the children. And I'm stopping. Thank you.